Thank you, Derek. I love all you guys. You know, this meeting tonight has been really mind-blowing. I mean, things I was going to talk about, everybody's talking about, you know. You know why? It's because we're all misfits, you know, and we all need help. So that's what we all can do. You know, most of y'all know my story. Let's get back to the very beginning now. I was born in Great Bend, Kansas. Anybody know where that's at?
Yes.
Truman Capote wrote a book called In Cold Blood about a murder that happened there. That's the only thing that I can tell you about the town, other than there's a big bend in the river there. Anyway, I grew up, you know, I don't know, I can't say normal family because I really, you know, I don't know what normal is. I think my parents, you know, they both had alcohol problems and other issues. My mother's side of her family I never even knew because my mother was, her mother was institutionalized and she was raised by a grandmother. The only woman I ever knew, my grandmother, took her out of a children's home when she was 13 and raised her the rest of her life. But I think they did the best job they knew how. This, you know, I didn't even really prepare for this or anything. You know, there's things like in my life that I've never talked about, and there's some things I still won't talk about. You know, because there's just Renee knows. You know, just some of the bizarre stuff that I went through during my childhood. I mean, very bizarre. I don't even know how to explain it to you. Or it's something I can't really talk about because of the people involved and other things like that. But, you know, I'm sure it had an effect on my life, a negative effect. You know, I want to tell Angie too, you know, when you were up here, you know, we all go through the same thing sometimes. I was standing in front of the mirror yesterday, saying, God, you know, we've been going through this now for years, you know, what's happening, you know. But you know what? If you continue to keep doing the things you're doing, and you know that they're the right things, that's what faith is, you know, and it will. You'll get through, just like Zach told you. You know, that way. You know, some of the stuff I talk about is because now I can see it clear. When I was growing up, you know, and I think this is I don't know, I can only speak for men, but I think it's more prevalent in men's lives than it is women's. You know, we trap ourselves with our own mouth sometimes. You know, I don't know if it's peer pressure or what it is, you know, but you might say something like, you know, I'm going to kick this dude's ass, you know. There's no sense in really you don't have to do it, but since you said it in front of all your buddies, you know, there's something internally in you that makes you feel like, well, maybe I better do this. And I'll tell you from experience, it doesn't turn out well. I shot a man over my mouth, you know, basically, because, well, I mean, the alcohol and stuff that was involved too, but I could have walked off. I believe, and this is my belief, that God orchestrates everything in our lives. But you know, we also got an enemy out there that'll take everything in our lives and distort it, you know. And I mean, thinking back on the day that I shot this gentleman, I had just purchased his handgun. It was to complete a set. I hadn't seen the dude for months, and he just rolls up on me, you know. And I'd been drinking and everything, had a few too, but you know, he didn't know that I had a pistol and a fairing on my motorcycle, you know, and that's where he, you know, made a mistake, or I made a mistake, and one that I'm not even, you know, that's why I hate giving testimonies, because I hate talking about the bad stuff. But you know, if it wasn't for the bad stuff, I wouldn't be standing here today. Long story short, you know, I shot this gentleman. in my mind, which was sick and twisted and perverted because of the drug and alcohol that I consumed. You know, it was justified. You know, it was even justified when I stand in the courtroom and the judge told me, Mr. Metzger, this isn't the Wild West. You know? He said, you know, you just can't shoot people. Would you feel like it? You know? And you know, that was a bad deal there too. Got drug out of the courtroom because I'd eaten too many Xanax, way too many. You know, because I thought I knew everything. You know, I didn't know anything. I knew I was going to go to prison, so I figured, well, you know, I'll just get hammered one last time. And and here's it again. You know, I meet a guy outside my lawyer's office, swallow a handful of Xanax, down a fifth of vodka, walk into my attorney's office, and he says, Steve, they postponed your sentencing till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He said, whatever you do, don't drink. I said, too late, man. We're too late here. And so, you know, I had from 9:30 in the morning till 1 o'clock, you know, and I'd eaten 20 Xanax. And well, I'm standing in front of the judge, like, you know, surfing. And you know, of course, you know, he read me a riot act, and then he made the mistake of saying, is there something you would like to say, Mr. Mercer? And I'll clean it up a little bit, but I told him that, yes, I had seen him out at Hidden Acres so drunk he couldn't hold his head up, but they still served him, didn't they? That was the last word I got in my mind. And I got drug out of the courtroom. You know, you know, looking back, how stupid can you be, you know? Anyway, you know, so I got sent to prison, and you know, I didn't have, you know, any family. I didn't have a visit for 7 years. I had a lady finally come and saw me, was one of my neighbors, and shocked me. But what was funny was she was always talking about Jesus, and I had an old boss that tried to come and see me, but I didn't know what visiting days was, and he came on the wrong day, and they wouldn't let him in. But I think, you know, and I still think this today, sometimes, you know, being away from everything can be good for you, because when you don't have yourself or anyone else to depend on, you know, and I didn't even, know Jesus then, but now looking back, that was me, man. That was me. You know, and I'm standing today looking at this thing on my head, you know, I'm thinking, you know, there's a time in my life I'd wake up and say, wow, I wonder where that thing came from, you know. But today, you know, things are changed, you know. I know where that came from. And not only that, I was doing good when it happened. It was just an accident. You know.
You were helping people.
Yes, yes. And then the people I were helping was worried about me. Are you okay? Anyway, you know, I think when I saw that verse right there, as Doug said, you know, and Kim said, I don't know how to explain any of it, but something in my mind shifted, and I knew I was never going to drink again. And September 18th, it'll be like 28 years, I think, since I've had a drink. I've been sober now longer than I was a drunk.
Wow.
You know, and that's pretty good, I think.
Yes.
You know, only God can do that, you know. You know, I'm sitting down here listening to everybody talk, and you know, it's funny how scriptural just jump in your mind is, you know. And one of Wanda's, when she was down here all the time, you know, this always sticks in my mind, you know, trust in the Lord with all your heart and not on your own understanding. Acknowledge Him in all you do, and He shall direct your path. That is true. You know, if we don't give up. Anyway, you know, there's a lot of things been said here tonight. You know, I was trying to think of something that might go along, you know, with the step 3 and you know, some of the issues we have, and I don't know, like in these in the recovery Bibles, the things I like is I like all the insights and stuff like that at the ends. I read and stuff, you know, because you really can, you know, you can compare it to your own life. And I think about Renee a lot. You know, I love Renee to death. God brought her in my life. You know, after I got out of prison, and I mean, you know, there's a long story behind that too. You know, but you know, it wasn't perfect. You know, I could read you John 16:33. You know, this world you have tribulation. You know, and it goes on. You know. But be of good cheer, for I've overcome the world. But you know, nothing is perfect or easy. I mean, you know, even after I got out of prison, you know, I did good for about a year. I mean, you know, never did drink again, but then started shooting dope, and I shot dope every day for 8 years straight. Never missed a day. I mean, I might have missed 1 or 2 days in 8 years that I did stick a needle in my arm. That's sad. Not only that, you think of the money I spent, man, I could be living fast. But you know what? Money don't mean that much to me either. If I had it, I'd probably give most of it away. But that's because God's changed my heart, you know. I'm not the same person I used to be. I was sitting talking to Renee last week, you know, when I didn't know Jesus, you know, my life was hopeless. You know, there was no hope that I could see, you know. And, but man, I mean, you know, and now, man, it's like, you know, when I meet people, one of the first things I want to tell them is, you know, I know Jesus. Do you know Jesus? You know, and I get a lot of opportunities every day, man. You know, I get up, I pray in the morning. You know, God put people in my path to talk about Jesus. You know, and every day, you know. This little lady, my blood's coming out of my head yesterday, and she's all freaked out. And you know, I got her calmed down. And she said, "Will you pray for me?" And I said, "I sure will." You know? But anyway, I wanted to say some of the things that, you know, like, you know, Renee, she's a mind reader. A lot of us are, we think. You know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they probably think, or you know, all that. And I was reading in Matthew, and there's a couple things. One of them is it was in Matthew 9-13, and it's talking about. It says the Jews were surprised that Jesus would even speak to such people. Matthew, the author of the gospel, and his friends were surprisingly open to grace and forgiveness, as dysfunctional as they were. Sound like anybody in this room? They admitted their need and responded to Jesus with humility. On the other hand, the Pharisees clung to their self-righteous denial, not recognizing their own desperate need for recovery. And this is what I wrote, like, it is not how we appear to others that matters. It is whether or not we are willing to let God free us from the power of sin in our life. And that's what makes a difference right there. You know, the way the people are looking at us is probably a problem with them. It's not with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It is not your problem. It's their problem. You know, but we get all caught up in this stuff. You know, we beat ourselves up, we persecute ourselves. You know, I think all kinds of scriptures running through my head here. You know, but then over here, there's another thing I wanted to read, because one of the other verses when I was reading in the whole was Colossians 3:23, and it says verbatim, whatever your task, work heartily at serving the Lord, not men. You know, he's talking about different things, but you can apply that any way that you want to your life. But you know, when I say that, it makes me think that, you know, like I need to, you know, I need God every day in my life. Every morning when I get up, I have to say, God, you know, and it amazes me. Because the days I forget, I have crappy days. They're not all good. I mean, it's not all smooth, but